Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining this What's New in Resource Manager 2025 Product Update 1 session about norming. I guess you guys know norming well, right? So I just skip this slide. And if you guys have any questions about norming any products, you're always welcome to contact me. Today we just focus on what's new in this new release. In this new release, it comes with a new module and a bunch of new features to the existing modules like the procure to pay, travel expenses, time management, sales and AR requisition, and some new features added to other modules or tools. Let's start with the new module. Okay, so sorry, one thing. Because due to the time limit, I don't have enough time to show you guys all the new features in this version. You guys can go to the norming website, go to the product news, click into this article, then you can see all the new features displayed here, right? Okay, let me just go back to the new module, right? Okay, the new module, multi-entity approval. So why we develop this product? Okay, I believe some of your clients are running norming resource manager, and I bet some of your customers have more than 1,300 companies. Let's say if a manager has to approve requests from different companies, what does this manager do when he or she need to approve requests, right? What she or she do is first log into one city company. After finishing approval, then log out and log into another company and then another company. You can see the whole process is not that straightforward, right? Some extra job must be done, right? So that's purpose we provide this module to make the approval process more easier for managers. So what we do is provide a single and unified interface for managers to approve requests from multiple companies. Thus, they no longer need to log into different companies for approval purpose, and the work efficiency gets improved, right? So it's very easy to enable this module. Just activate the license, then it's ready to use. Let me show you guys a quick demo. Okay, so let's go to the this is the end portal. I just mentioned the license information. There is some license for this module, multi-entity approval, right? Okay, so now let me log in as a manager, Sarah. Select a company to log into. Here in the top of the screen, you can see the company that Sarah logs into, right? And of course, Sarah can click this company to switch companies, right? But with this new module, Sarah can do it with an easy way. Okay, click into the tool list. You can see now the approval list is organized with a different layout, right? One more layer is added under the awaiting approval. That's the company folder. That's the company menu, right? You can see there are 23 pending requests for Sarah to approve, and 21 out of 23 is under sample company INC, and another 2 requests are from sample company limited. So for what Sarah does is to select the entity, select a company, and select a transaction she wants to approve. Select all of them, or just click into one to see the details, then make her decision. You can see now this approval job, how easy it is, right? Okay, now let's talk about some of the new features added to the existing modules. The first new feature I would like to share with you guys is the integration with Sage 300 inventory control. the serial lot number integration, right? In the past versions, Resource Manager does not support serial lot number with IC, but from this version on, in the following 3 transactions has the serial lot number capability, right? The first transaction is a PO received requisition. When you do goods receiving, you can specify the lot or serial number. And the next one is the item usage. When warehouse guys issue items, right, then this warehouse guy can specify, okay, the serial or lot number. Also, for the IC, IC, or you call it stock transfer requisition, when you transfer stocks, you can specify which serial or lot number you want to transfer. Okay. It's very easy to set up to enable this feature. Yeah, just go to the ESS admin portal, ESS group, or ESS user to make this field editable and make it visible, right, for a submitter or for approver. And then it's ready for you to use. This screen is for the item usage requisition. You can see when this function, this field is visible and editable, you can see 2 buttons. One is serials and lot number, and another button appears in the quantity to issue column, right? Okay, I'll give you a quick demo on this feature. Let me log in as myself, Linda. Then go to P2P, go to, I want to use the PO received requisition for demo. Okay, now let me click new button to create a new one. Okay, I just deleted this one because I made some test yesterday, so I just click a new button and specify the 86 PO because there are some items which use serial and lot number feature, right? Okay, you can specify the quantity you will receive, or just click the receive all for to make it easy, right? Okay, so now you can click this button, right? Click this button, or click serial lot number button, right, to load the serial lot screen. Okay, you can manually specify the serial number or let the system to auto-generate serial numbers per the numbering rules you define in Sage, right? Click auto-generate, you can see, okay, all the serial numbers are maintained. I can do the same to the second item. Okay, auto-generate serial number, and the lot number feature is also enabled for this item, so I need to that's the system to generate a lot, or I can manually maintain them, right? Okay, I want to make all the 15 items with 3 lots. So I specify, okay, each lot have 5 items. Then click auto generate. Now you can see, right, total 15 items need lot number to be maintained, and 15 were allocated, right? So I'm ready to finish this serial lot number maintained, right? Then click save button. Okay, ask me to enter the description. Goods received. Good to go. Okay, so save it, right? You can see how easy. When this PO received gets fully approved, it will be pushed to Sage 300, then posted to Sage PO received entry, and of course the serial and lot number will be pushed to Sage 2, right? You can see just like how it works in Sage 300. Okay, that's about serial and lot integration. Okay, so let's move to the new feature for workflow. Workflow is always a big thing, right? And in this version, we added 5 new features to the workflow. Okay, the first new feature is announce to notify additional recipients during workflow process. Okay, before we have this feature, this new feature. So when when you do approval or rejection, you can always get email notification, but only the recipients that predefined in the workflow can receive notification. What if you want to notify some additional recipients? With the previous version, you will have to manually write or send the email, right? Or just forward the email that you received to the person you want to send to. But with this new feature on, you can specify who else you want to notify during the approval workflow process. To enable this feature, you need to go to the global option and select the allow manually specifying recipients during approval process option. This feature is ready to be used. Okay, and you can say if this feature is on, you can upon hit submit button or approve button or reject button or transfer or endorse button, you will see some extra fields display in the comments screen for you to specify, okay, who else you want to send the notification to, and a default email template will be displayed here, but of course you can change the email template, right? So that's the new feature one. Okay, let's move to the second new feature. Is to display the substituted by column for approved and rejected list. In the previous version, this substitute by column is only available for the awaiting approval list. It's not ready for the approved or rejected. Okay, so when you go traveling and after you come back from traveling, okay, you found some requests that should be approved by you, and you designated somebody else in your company to do the approval on your behalf, but you forgot, okay, which guys, who did it for me? Okay, so now with this new feature, you can easily to get to know, okay, when you are absent, okay, who did this job for you? Okay, new feature 3. Yeah, we reorganized the workflow definition screens, right? As you know, Resource Manager already has about 30 web modules. So if one of our clients, or if you want to, make some test, you will see, okay, it's very difficult to locate, to find a transaction to define workflow for. So now we add another layer. We organized all the transactions by the, by suite, right? Like we have the procure to pay. Now under the procure to pay, you can see there are 5 transactions, right? So it will be much easier for you to find a transaction to define workflow for. And of course, this organizations feature is available for email templates, customer role and variable, approval workflow, and email logs. Okay, next new feature is we added one more filter to the to-do list in the admin portal. I'm not sure whether you guys know this feature, the to-do list in admin portal. So you might be curious, okay, what does this utility do, right? Let's say if a manager go vacation or go traveling, and he or she has limited access to his email, right? Or has limited access to the employee portal. So, but she or he forgets to specify somebody to do the approval on her or his behalf, right? For this case, there's some requests might stuck in the system because the person who is responsible for approve it is not in the office, right? So for this case, the system managers and system administrators can go to the admin portal and go to the to-do list to find the stock requests, then transfer them to another person in the organization to approve, right? And the new feature here is we add one more filter, is the submitted date range for to easy to find the requests you want to find, right? Okay, the next new feature is about optional fields. Yeah, as you know, we already provide a bunch of fields variables in the email templates, but we got a lot of requests from customers. They said, hey, we want to use optional fields in the email templates, right? Either add them to the subject, right, or add them to the email body. Okay, now here you go. This feature is ready in the 2025 PU1. Okay, now let's look at the new feature we added to the customer requisition module. I'm not sure whether you guys know this module. This is a very handy tool, allows you to define your own web screen with your own workflow, right? And you can use it like to create a new vendor onboarding request workflow, right? New customer onboarding workflow, and new item, new Jira account creation workflow, right? So if you guys are not familiar with it, you can go to our website, go to the resource manager, then go to the product video, and go to other. Then you can find the customer requisition video, which show you guys how to use it, how to define custom requisition. It also show some user case, give you some reference how this module can help your customers better manage their business requirements. Right? Okay, so today I just focus on the new features that we added to this module in this version. Okay, just one new feature, right? It's to allows you to use optional fields for this customer requisition. Actually, the customer requisition supports header detail structure, and you can use about or more than 100 fields for both header and detail. But we got requirements from the market, and they said, okay, hey, 100 fields are not enough, right? We still want to use more fields, right? Okay, can we use say these 300 optional fields? Okay, now here you go, right? It's ready in this version. Okay, let me go to Sage and show you guys how to use it. I go to the Sage Resource Manager, other requisitions, setup, and select the customer requisition type to define the customer requisition. Okay, let me use the new vendor onboarding request as example. Okay, as I mentioned, it supports header detail structure. So if you want to use the detail, you can select enable detail grid and also give the detail page a name. Okay, if you want to use optional fields, you can select the enable option fields option. Then you will see this page, optional fields page appears. What's the beautiful thing that we did here is, as you know, in Sage 300 standard transaction, we will use optional fields for header or for detail for any Sage standard transaction. All the optional fields will display in one page, right, or in one table. But we do here is we allows you to display your optional fields in up to 6 pages. And another good thing is you can give each page a name, right? Like for my example, I want to display the optional fields for the new vendor onboarding request into 2 pages. And the first page is comments, the second page is contact information, right? That's very meaningful name, right? And also another feature I want to share with you guys is this custom requisition is very powerful. Not only because it can allow you to define your own screen, which fields you want to use, what name it is, right? Whether you want to define details. Another good thing is it allows you to define the permission access at the field level. So you can define multiple field access permission group. Here you can see I define the access permission group requester, right? Okay, you can see which which fields in the header can be visible for requester or for approver, right? Whether they are editable, okay, and of course you can do the same for detail, right? And for the option fields, we also add this control. You can decide, okay, which optional field you want to display for requester, or you want to make it read only or make it editable, right? So you can see how powerful it is. Okay, so after it's done, you can go to, let me show you this. It's real screen in the ESS portal. Let me log in as myself. I select a company, then go to customer requisition and go to the new vendor requisition. Click new to create one. You can see I have 1, 2, 3, 5 pages, right? This is for the header, and this comments as the contact information. Actually, they're option fields, right? Here's the detail table. Okay, you can see on the comments page. In the comments page, you can see the quantity is grayed out because I make it read only, right? You can see it's in the, what's the name of the quantity, right? You can see it's editable. Does not allow it to be edited, right? Okay, so you can see how powerful it is. You can hide and show some fields for specific users or for specific approvers, right? Okay, so that's a new feature for the customer requisition. Okay, now let me share you guys with the new features that added to the customer report module. I'm not sure whether you guys know this module, customer report. Actually, it's a very powerful tools. If you guys are not familiar with it, you can go to our website, go to the resource manager, product videos, reporting and inquiry. You will find the video here, customer report. Actually, this customer report, it allows you to publish any crystal reports onto the web or the mobile app, the web employee portal or the mobile app, right? Another good thing is this function provides a built-in report runner. It can auto print out report and send the report to relevant employees, relevant users, right? Okay, you guys can just go to here to watch a video, right? Today I just share you guys with new features. Okay, before I share you guys with new feature, I want to let you guys have a look at how it works, right? Okay, when you log into the employee portal, if this module is enabled, you will see the customer report module, right? Okay, let me. I can have access to these 5 reports, right? Let me click into one. Okay, so you can see staff time usage. Here you can see, we have some, fields, date fields, right? You can see that date range to print the report, right? Okay, so before this new feature is ready, right? If you want to display a date field in the employee portal, you must use a parameter whose type is date, right? But unfortunately, all the Sage standard reports, their parameter are all text outstream. Let me show you one. This one, okay. Let me show you this one. Okay. This is let me open it. Okay, this is the AP adjustment batch list report, right? You can see on the right panel, you can see all the parameters. Let's have a look at the dates. Okay, from batch, no, from date to date, right? It's a date, obviously. So you can say the type is string, right? And the format is YYYYMMDD, right? So if we want to use a standard, want to publish a standard Sage's crystal report onto the employee portal in the previous version, you have to modify the report because, as I mentioned just now, in the previous version, in the employee portal, if you want to display a date field, it must be a date instead of a string, right? So what to better, publish crystal standard Sage's crystal reports onto the employee portal, we now provide this new feature is even if a parameter its type is text, but you can still display it as date in the employee portal, and also you can specify the parameter format, YYYMDD or any other format, right? And you can also specify the default value, the first day of current month, the first day of current year, today or something, right? You can see. Now it will be much easier for you to publish the standard C300 report of, when even if this report has some date fields, you do not need to modify the report, right? Okay, so the same thing for the second new feature. Okay, let me go back to the standard crystal report 2. You can see there are, okay, this is a checkbox. Enter imported. Let's get back to Sage to see this report, right? It's AP batch list. It's payment. It's adjust, right? You can see there are a bunch of checkbox of parameter, right? Okay, but if you go back to the crystal, you can see this checkbox. Its type still string, and its value is 1 or 0, right? And if you want to open another one, this one open. Yeah, this field, this checkbox, you can see its value. It's 1 or 0 too. But if you let me show you this one, ready to post. You can see its value is 7, not 0 or 1, right? So yeah. If you with the previous version, if you want to display some checkbox parameter on the web screen, you will have to modify the standard Sage report to make it as an integer. But now with this new feature, you do not need to modify the standard report because this new feature allows you to display a text parameter as a checkbox in employee portal. You can say the parameter type is text, but you can display it as checkbox. Okay, you can also define whether make it, the default value is yes or no. Okay, you can also say, okay, if it's selected, if it's yes, what value you want to pass to the parameter, y or 1 or 0 or 7, right? You can just modify the settings here. Thus, you do not need to modify the crystal report, right? Okay, that's a new feature for the customer report. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure whether you guys know that Normin released two automation module. One is AP automation, another is PO invoice automation. And the PO invoice automation was released this year. And of course, in this new version, we added some new features to it. I guess you guys are not familiar with it. So my colleague Kevin prepared a video and show how this PO invoice automation works. Of course, the new features are included in this video.
Welcome to the session. In this demo, it shows how PO invoices can be processed faster and smarter with norming AI and automation solution fully integrated with Sage 300. You just need 5 simple steps to get your invoice automatically generated in Sage 300. Upload or email your invoice directly to the application. AI technology instantly scans and extracts key details such as vendor name, PO number, item descriptions, quantities, taxes, and totals. The application automatically matches invoice lines with related PO and receipt lines in Sage 300. Machine learning helps improve accuracy over time, which is especially useful if the receipt has many line items. Review and confirm the extracted data. If everything looks good, send it through the approval workflow, which includes full audit trails, conditional routing, and mobile/email approval options. Once approved, the invoice is seamlessly generated in Sage 300 as a PO invoice requisition, complete with supporting documents, approval history, and all details ready for posting, without any manual rekeying or import required. Let's quick jump into the demo. The first step is to email or upload the invoice to OCR server. The app will automatically read them with OCR, so you don't have to do anything manually. To email invoices, you can select multiple PDF or image files at once and just drag and drop them into the email. In the email settings, you can assign a unique email address to receive PDF files for each of your Sage 300 companies, and set up a whitelist so files are only read from approved senders. Once sent, the app automatically picks them up for OCR processing. Users can quickly review emailed invoices by logging into the Norming web portal with their employee ID or company email. After you're logged in, head over to Procure to Pay, OCR tasks, and you'll see all the invoices that have been recognized. The list shows the summary info at a glance, like invoice number, amount, and supplier name. If you spot an invoice with an error or warning status, just click into it and you can check the full error message. The application carefully checks each invoice to ensure consistency and avoid any duplicate entries. If you are already logged into the web portal, you may also choose to manually upload invoices. To upload invoices, just click the Upload button and choose the files you want to add. The app lets you upload up to 100 files in a single batch, making it quick and easy to handle large numbers of invoices. As soon as you click the Start button, the invoice will be recognized automatically. Within a few seconds of clicking Start, the app will pull all the key invoice information from your invoice. OCR extraction. At this step, users don't need to enter any data manually. They just need to verify that all necessary information has been correctly extracted from the invoice and that vendor items have been properly mapped to Sage 300 items. Now, let's click on the Verify button to take a closer look at the invoice details. Once you click on it, you'll see the invoice open right in your browser. Over in the top right, you can see the app has recognized and populate the PO numbers from the invoice. With the PO number available, the app can perform three-way matching in the next stage, the matching stage. This makes it easy to quickly and accurately match your invoice with the goods receipt and PO, helping you avoid errors and save time. The app can also pull the supplier name and tax amount from the invoice. The supplier name can be automatically matched to the Sage 300 vendor code using the vendor description. If you click into the detail lines, you'll see the vendor item number, description, cost, and tax all automatically filled in by OCR engine. You can add or remove items by clicking the Add or Delete button at the bottom left. If the app can't match an item to a Sage 300 item, it will automatically treat it as an additional cost. Item mapping rules can be predefined in Sage 300, so the app automatically matches vendor items to your internal items using their descriptions. No need to manually pick the Sage 300 item codes. On top of that, the app uses machine learning to get smarter over time. If it can't find a match, it will learn to link the invoice item to the right Sage 300 item based on the description. Using the click and drag feature, you can quickly grab any info you need from the invoice, and the app automatically pulls the data for you, no typing required. When everything looks good, just click Next Step to continue. Auto-match data. At this stage, you'll go through the invoice lines that have been recognized by OCR in previous step and match them to the corresponding goods receipt lines in Sage 300. This step helps make sure every item on the invoice lines up with what was actually received. It's a quick way to spot any discrepancies and ensures your records are accurate before moving forward. In the primary information, you'll see all the key details at a glance, things like the invoice summary, vendor information, and the related PO and receipt numbers from Sage 300. This gives you a clear overview of the invoice before you dive into the line-by-line details. Next, the app lets you review the invoice you're processing against the corresponding receipt in Sage 300. You'll see items, any additional costs, and totals, including quantities, tax amounts, and the overall total. This makes it easy to quickly spot any discrepancies and ensure everything matches before moving forward. The app finds all related receipt lines in Sage 300 using the PO number captured earlier. When you click on an invoice line, you will find it can automatically match the invoice details with the receipt details based on the Sage 300 item descriptions. This is a huge time saver, especially for receipts with many line items, compared to mapping them manually. If you scroll to the right, you'll see a side-by-side comparison of the invoice and receipt lines by quantity and amount, helping you identify any differences quickly. Additional costs might not match a receipt since they aren't always available at the receipt stage. If it's not an additional cost, you can map it to a Sage 300 inventory or PO item. The app will remember this mapping for next time, so you won't need to do it manually again. When you click the plus or zoom button, the app will populate all the related receipt lines. You still have the flexibility to manually select which receipt lines to apply and adjust the quantities as needed. This way, you can ensure everything matches perfectly before moving on, giving you full control over the invoice to receipt mapping. If you untick Display All, you'll see just the invoice lines that haven't been matched, so you can focus on those. You can use the filter to quickly find and display invoice lines by PO or receipt number, making it easy to focus on what matters. After the matching is done, just click Confirm to start an approval workflow for the invoice. The workflow is optional, so if you want, you can skip it and generate the PO invoice in Sage 300 right away. As soon as the matching is confirmed, the app instantly generates a PO invoice requisition ready for approval. In the PO invoice requisition, you can easily drill down to the related receipt and purchase request to get more details. This lets you see exactly where each invoice line came from, helping ensure everything is accurate before approval. You can check all details from the receipt or invoice, including the approval audit trail and attachments, giving you full and quick visibility at a glance. The PO invoice requisition automatically includes taxes, additional costs, and totals. The invoice PDF or image file will also be auto-attached for easy review. You can set permissions for users to edit invoices, and the app provides built-in over-invoice checks to prevent errors by showing alert message when the invoice is over the expected quantity or total. Once you click Submit, the workflow starts. It keeps a complete audit trail, showing who approved, when, and any comments they added. You can even see the whole workflow path in a graphical view. The workflow is conditional, so you can set multi-level approvals based on things like invoice amount or department, and it automatically routes the invoice to the right approvers. Approvers can approve invoices via the web portal or the mobile app. They'll get an email notification and can simply click the link in the email to approve quickly. Approvers can log into the web portal to see their list of invoices waiting for approval. They can also drill down to the related receipt or PO to review all the invoice details before approving. If an approver needs more input from someone else in the organization, they can transfer the invoice to that person to get additional comments. Approvers will also see any over-invoice warnings or errors before they approve the invoice. The application is also built within Sage 300. After logging in, go to Resource Manager, Procure to Pay, and you can see that the invoice requisition has now been generated in Sage 300. The norming web portal is fully integrated with Sage 300, so once an invoice is approved, it can automatically generate it in Sage 300 application. There's no need for any manual synchronization, importing, or retyping. This seamless integration saves time, reduces errors, and ensures that your accounting records are always up to date. When you click into it, all the details are right there: invoice summary, taxes, terms, additional costs, and even Sage 300 optional fields if you need them. You'll also see the approval trail, any supporting documents uploaded through the web portal, exchange rates for multi-currency, and of course, the total. Invoices can be posted manually or automatically with a scheduler, and once posted, both PO and AP invoices are created in Sage 300. With the attachment feature provided by norming, it helps ensuring compliance and transparency during internal or external audits. Supporting documents are all kept in one place for easy reference. Thanks for watching. With the norming PO invoice OCR solution, invoices are captured automatically, smartly matched to POs and receipts, and sent through intuitive approval workflows. Since it's fully integrated with Sage 300, it cuts down errors, saves time, and gives you full visibility with audit trails. We hope the solution makes your whole invoice process faster, more accurate, and a lot easier to manage.